I want you to get out a piece of paper.
I'm like, ready.
I was waiting for somebody to stand up and walk out of the room. As I said, I want you to get out a piece of paper.
Oh no.
That was bad, wasn't
Mr.
it?
Ryan.
I know, it's
please.
terrible. Sorry.
Okay, that joke's okay.
I think you just made my illness worse.
You're sick?
You got me sick. I'm so
Listen, you have to
mad.
understand. In my household, we are so starved for humor that we make humor out of the worst of my household. We love puns in my house.
It's like you need water, but you're salt water.
That's funny.
Oh,
Okay. Can you please get a piece of paper? Take out a piece of paper. If you want to borrow one from me, does anybody want to borrow a piece here? Does anybody else want to borrow a piece of paper? Borrow a piece of paper? Anybody? We're good? Excuse me. Would anybody like for me to donate a piece of paper to their education?
to their education.
No.
Every time I throw out paper, if it was used for learning and people are aghast, oh, you're throwing the paper out. It was used for a good cause.
It was used.
That's right. It got all of its use out of it. Okay, here's what I want you to do with that piece of paper. Now, you do not have to actually do what I'm about to do. You can do it in a different way. Okay, but if your piece of paper is not in a binder or not in a spiral notebook, I want you to fold it into quarters. If you want to, you can just draw it into quarters. Just, this way, that way. This way, that way. Okay? No, you can do it in there. Just draw them this way, that way. Just create 4 quadrants, okay? Create 4 quadrants. Okay? So your paper, either through folding or through writing, your piece of paper will look like this. Okay? Alright, now, so either through folding or through drawing, your piece of paper will have 4 quadrants. Now, half of what we're going to do with this paper, we're going to do today, and you're going to do before Friday. Okay? Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 4 functions. I'm going to give you 4 functions. And we are going to do something very specific with those 4 functions, but we're not going to do all of it today. We're going to start doing it today, and we're going to do the rest of it on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah.
I won't be here Friday.
Okay, watch the video. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. Okay. Real good. Oh, okay. That sounds awesome. Very cool. In Puerto Rico?
No, not in Puerto Rico. They're coming here.
Oh, okay. That sounds
Oh,
fun.
you're not going to be here either. No.
Okay. Watch the video. All right, so here we go. We got f of x, g of x, h of x, and k of x. So f of x up here, g of x here. I'll give them to you in just a second. H of x here, and k of x here. You're going to learn some really cool stuff with the calculator, and you're going to learn some really cool stuff with about calculus. By the way, yesterday in my B2 class, there was an additional thing, part of this lesson that I'm not going to be able to cover today because it's 11:06 already. But I did video it. I would like you to watch that video. I'll tell you on Friday what the web address is, and you can look it up, or I'll show it to you on the overhead, okay? But there's another video, and can you link videos to videos?
Yes.
Like, can I put
Put them in the description.
Yeah, in the description. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this video right here, I will put look in the description right now. Look in the description. There is a link to a YouTube video, and that mini lesson goes along with what we're about to do right now.
Just do it!
So Ryan, at the beginning,
Don't let your dreams be dreams!
at the end of the video, so you can start saying like, okay, everybody like and subscribe to my channel.
God, I do need to do that, don't I? Yeah.
You do that.
You gotta build a cool fan base.
And I am here to pump up your calculus knowledge.
No, that's not a good.
Every YouTuber does it by
That's definitely your
like
channel.
over the
Oh
camera.
my God.
I can really stop.
Just jump over the desk to cover up your camera.
Go, 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 go.
Or trip.
So
Do something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, f of x, write this down, is x to the fourth power minus 3x cubed. You're going to need a good space for this. X to the fourth power minus 3x cubed 2x squared plus 12x. Wait, hang on, is it plus 2x squared? Alright. Minus 2x squared plus 12x minus 2x squared plus 12x. One more thing. Minus 8. Minus 8. Alright, this is the bulkiest one, but this one is actually going to be the easiest one. It's going to be the easiest one. Alright, now, g of x is 3x times cosine of x. 3x times cosine of x.
Okay.
H of x is 7 sine of x over x squared plus 1. And lastly, k of x is e to the power of sine of x. Okay? What I'd like for you to do first is, can you grab your graphing calc you're taking off? Okay. Watch the video. Okay, so you know what to do with this. I should have it up probably later today. And you can, yeah. And it's
Hey,
if
Reggie, watch
if
the
you do
video.
a search, if you do a search for all one word, AP Calc, C-A-L-C, AP Calc 150, AP Calc 150, all one word, in YouTube, you should be able to find this video.
Stop.
Alright, here's what we're going to do. Can you please graph? Here's what we're going to do. First, actually don't graph this one yet. I'm sorry. If you already graphed it, that's fine. But actually, this one doesn't matter. See, what we need to do is, we need to see a picture of these functions, and I need to give you a domain. Because these three functions have trig functions in them, two things are important. One, you have to be in radian mode on your calculator. Secondly, you hit the mode button, and then go for it. Make sure you're in radian mode. All right. Secondly, guys, we're falling apart. All right. Secondly, I need to restrict the domain. Now, I already know that the domain of this one is going to be from -2 to 6. Okay? So the domain of this is going to be from -2 to... I made cool ones on purpose. Yeah. You did this one? Yeah. Alright, so g of x, which is 3x cosine of x. Let me give you a domain on that one. Hang on. Let's see here. 6. The reason I'm restricting domain is because this is a trig function, it's going to go up and down forever probably, somehow. Okay? I'm restricting it, meaning we are only going to look at this function starting at -2 and ending at 6. Okay, x value. So your window, you're going to want your window to start at -2 and to end at 6. You don't want to look at any more of this function other than the portion that starts at -2, x equals -2, and up to x equals 6. And I'll talk about how to do that in just a couple minutes. Okay? All right, now this one. Folks, you see this one? We care about g of x from 0 to 8. We care about g of x from 0 to 8. 0 to 8. Okay? From 0 to 8. And now k of x e to the sine of x. We care about e to the sine of x from 0 to 10. From 0 to 10. Okay? And here's what I want you to do. And you're probably not going to be able to do the whole thing, but I'll give you enough to get started. By Friday, as best you can. Here's ultimately where we're going. And like I said, you're probably not going to be able to do the whole thing. You'll probably be able to do 2/3 of it. Here's what I want you to do. You're going to use all of the space in here, the whole space, just for this, just for 3 things. You are going to create 3 sign charts. You're going to create a sign chart for f of x. You're going to create a sign chart for f prime of x. And you're going to create a sign chart for f double prime of x. I want a sign chart for the function itself, for its first derivative, and for its second derivative. Same thing for g of x. I want a g of x sign chart. I want a g prime of x sign chart. Do you remember how to make a sign chart? You gotta put the zeros on there.
You just want the sign charts.
Sign charts, yep, just the sign charts, and then I'll tell you what to do with them on Friday. And I want a sign chart for g double prime of x. For h of x, again, I want a sign chart for h of x. I want a sign chart for h prime of x. And I want a sign chart for h double prime of x. Lastly, I want a sign chart for k of x. I want a sign chart for k prime of x. And I want a sign chart for k double prime of x. Now, in order to do this, you will need to find the second derivative of these functions. I'm going to be honest with you, you should probably just go ahead and forget about finding the second derivative of h of x. I'll show you how to do that on Friday. However, you should have no problem at all finding the second derivative of f of x. With tenacity and endurance, you really shouldn't have a problem finding the second derivative of g of x. And the derivative of k of x shouldn't be that bad either. Okay? Although the derivative of k of x is going to, or the second derivative of k of x is going to require you to do both the product rule and the chain rule in the same problem. But if you try hard enough, you should be able to figure it out. Okay? Now, before you pack up, hang on. I need to show you something in the calculator. Can y'all look up at the overhead? What we have currently in the calculator, do you see this? I'm actually going to put, I'm going to put g of x in the calculator. 3, you okay? Cosine of x. Okay, I'm going to hit graph. Can y'all look up, please, at the, do you see that there's kind of a problem here? We can't see the whole thing. I want to show you 2 features that are going to help you. Okay? Watch this. The first one is, if we're only looking at this graph from 0 to 8, you can press the window button on the calculator. Press window. And do you see where it says x min and x max? You can change x min to 0 and x max to 8. So we'll make x min 0, x max 8. Okay? That will allow us to only see, but you know what else we're kind of missing out on? Does anyone notice we're missing out on something? Well, we don't have the left side because the left side is not defined here. But the peak, there's a part way up here we can't see. We want to see that, right? I'm going to show you 2 buttons you can push so that you can see that. Are you ready? You're going to press, first you're going to press the button zoom, okay? Press the zoom button. And then my favorite feature on the zoom menu is option 0. Option 0, okay, and it's called Zoom Fit. And you know what Zoom Fit does? It fits the graph top and bottom. That's what it does. So if I hit Zoom Fit, option 0, look what it's going to do to my graph. It's going to redraw it so that the lowest point on that interval touches the bottom and the highest point on that interval, and now I have a beautiful picture of my graph on that interval. Can anybody see how many zeros there are? I see 4. Oh no, on the original. On the original, there's 4 zeros, right? Starting at 0. Although technically, because I did not include 0, technically 0 will not be a 0. Okay? But how many zeros are there on the derivative? 3, right? And you'll be able to find those by finding the derivative and then finding the zeros of the derivative. Okay? Alright, that's it.